Hey guys, my name's David and this is Fate Unbound, and today I'm going to be tackling a project that admittedly is a little overdue, and that is replacing the awning fabric on my Keystone Springdale travel trailer. This is overdue because for about a year now, it's been just tearing progressively worse and worse on both ends of the awning and all along where the awning fabric meets the trailer. These really small tears have started to form and they let water through, it dribbles through when it's raining. This awning fabric is past due needing replaced, but thankfully I was able to find extremely affordable awning fabric at shadepro.net. They shipped it to me extremely fast, and I'm just thankful I was able to find affordable fabric through them, because other places it can be extremely expensive. But I'll drop a link in the video description below to Shade Pro, so if you guys are looking to replace your awning fabric, yeah, you can check them out. And of course we got my dog Sweetie here. She is going to be supervising the project. She's out here with us too, because you know, she just was getting bored inside and wanted to be a part of this too. And the type of awning that I have on this travel trailer is a Solera electric awning. If you have a different brand manufacturer, or if yours is manual instead of electric, the procedure may be a little different, but I'm sure that for the most part, it's gonna be pretty simple, or pretty similar, I mean. But with that said, this should be a pretty simple project. Shouldn't take us too long. Let's get into it. The first step is to roll the awning out just a little bit so that you have room to work and to eventually slide the awning out. Next, you want to grab a ladder and place it on one side of the awning, and then a second ladder on the other side. Without the awning in place, the arms on either side will want to fall down, and so to hold them in place, you can either use a strap of some sort like what I've got here, or on the other side, I used a zip tie, just a large zip tie, because I only had one of those straps handy. And so you can just thread it behind the awning arm and then pull it tight. Next, there are 3 screws holding the entire awning roller into the little cup you see here. And so you want to run those 3 screws out. And then I went ahead and also ran out the screw that just makes sure that the awning stays in place. And then you just go over to the other side and run those 3 screws out from the awning cup also. And then at this point, you're ready to remove the entire awning and awning roller assembly. So just pull those cups out from either side of the awning roller. And then typically there is a screw that runs through the fabric of the awning into the gutter of the RV just to hold the fabric in place. So you'll want to remove that. And then once that's out, you can then just slide the entire awning through the groove that holds it in place. And it slides out really easy. If it's hard to slide out, you may want to clean that groove out ahead of time, or even spray in some dry lube, like a silicone or graphite dry lube. We needed 2 people to handle this awning, but if you have a really long one, then you may even need 3 people in total. After that, it was time to separate the awning fabric from the awning roller, and Sweetie, she had to get into this. She really wanted to help. And so, you know, grab your Rottweiler or grab your dog and, you know, let them help you unroll the awning. She got a little overzealous though and started biting it. She thought it was a toy. Thankfully, this is the old awning. It already has plenty of holes in it, so there's not much more damage that she could do to it that would matter. And then here I'm running out the screw on the other side that just makes sure that the awning stays in place. And then we're ready to separate the old awning fabric from the awning roller. And again, this should pull out really easily. You just pick it up and slide it out one little bit at a time. Finally, we can roll the old awning fabric up and throw it away. Man, this awning has done its job. It is ripped up and we are ready for the new awning fabric. It came in a really small bag, folded up really nicely. So we just unrolled it and then pulled off the protective plastic from it. And this was a really nice durable fabric, so we weren't worried about doing this job on the concrete, weren't worried about it harming the awning fabric at all. Though we did use a leaf blower at least to blow off the concrete ahead of time so that, you know, it didn't just make the awning all dirty. And again, huge shout out to shadepro.net for selling really affordable, high quality awning fabric. And now it's time to get the new awning fabric into the awning awning roller. So you just thread in these plastic tubes into the tube of the awning roller, and then you can begin carefully sliding the awning roller into the awning fabric. You want to be very careful because the edges of this aluminum awning roller can be pretty sharp. They weren't super sharp on mine, but you can snag it and cut the new awning fabric, and that would just be a huge shame. So I just held the front of that awning roller up off of the fabric while my dad pushed the other side in. And those long plastic tubes at the end, you can just trim so that they're not sticking out super far like they are when you're first installing the roller. I think they just give you extra to make installation easier. And then it's time to run those 2 screws back in to hold the awning in place once you've got the fabric centered on the roller. And then we just rolled the new awning back up so that we could take it up to the trailer and begin sliding it back into that groove. So my dad and I carried the new awning fabric installed in the roller back over to the front of the trailer, and installation is basically the reverse of taking it out. So we just slid the wall side of the awning back into the groove that it rests in, and we just kept pushing it along. For whatever reason, this one didn't want to go in quite as easy as the old awning came out after, just being real careful, because, with the old awning, we were like, just get it out of there. But this one we wanted to be more careful with, just to make sure we didn't catch it on anything, we didn't tear it, we didn't damage it, because that would have been a real shame. But finally, we got it pushed all the way over into place, and then it's time to get the cups that hold the awning roller into place, get those back on the ends. And again, this part can be a little tricky just because, you're with one arm, you're holding the awning up, and then the other arm, you're trying to shove this cup on, but also get it right into place so that all the screw holes line up. And then the other guy on the other side is trying to do it too, which is moving your side around. So, just take your time and eventually you'll get those into place. But once those cups are in place, you can go ahead and run in the 3 screws on either side that mount those end caps to the awning roller. And then here's a closer shot of what it looks like securing the end cap to the awning roller. After that, you can take the straps or the zip ties or whatever you used to hold the awning arms in place, because we're basically there, basically done with assembly. And then after that, I just rolled the awning out and rolled it back in to make sure that the awning was placed in the right position on the wall side, because we still haven't ran in the screw that holds the fabric in place on the wall side within that groove. If it's not lined up properly, if your awning isn't lined up properly, then when it rolls up, it will have little ripples in it that run side to side. It doesn't look very good. And then once we knew the awning was in the proper position, we were ready to run the screw in that holds the fabric in place with the groove that it runs through. And then it was time to just roll the awning out and enjoy it. Man, this new fabric looks really good. I'm really happy with how easy this install was. As long as you've got 2 people, maybe 3 if you've got a really long awning, couple ladders, and a screwdriver or a drill, you can do this yourself in your driveway, or heck, you could even do this at the campsite. Yeah, this was a really easy job, something that just about anyone can tackle themselves. Believe it or not, this was a project that I was dreading and holding off. You could see how bad my awning was. I was putting it off because everywhere I looked, replacement awning fabric was well over $500. And that was something that I didn't really want to spend unless I had to. But thankfully I found shadepro.net and I was able to get awning fabric for under $200. I was really happy with their prices. And I was also really happy with how the awning looked. I really liked the gradient that gives the dark color when it's all the way rolled up, but then white on the end. And that's it for this project. In total, replacing the awning fabric would really probably take less than an hour. The only reason it took us just a little longer than that is because we had to film the thing, but it was a really easy job, and big thanks to shadepro.net for just being able to provide such a low-cost awning that is really high quality. That thing even smells good. It's got that new awning smell. And if you're looking to replace your RV's awning also, and you have any questions, feel free to post those in the comments below. But my name's David, this is Fate Unbound, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.